A dream wedding spirals into chaos when a hacked invitation unleashes flaming designs, a meddling ex, and a salsa-dancing aunt who steals the show. Hi Reddit. Throwaway because my fiancé occasionally browses here, though he'll probably figure out it's me. I, 29F, am getting married to Jason, 30M, in just under 3 months. Everything has been going great with the planning so far. My dress is perfect, the venue is stunning, and Jason has been wonderful, except when it comes to one specific disaster: the wedding invitations. For context, I spent weeks working on the invitation design. I wanted something classy but unique, so I created a layout featuring soft pastel florals with a touch of gold leaf. It had a timeless feel, like a modern Jane Austen vibe. Jason, bless his heart, only cared about one thing: whether the food options were clear on the RSVP card. Anyway, I submitted the final design to the printer about 3 weeks ago and eagerly awaited their arrival. When the box finally arrived, I was giddy to see the finished product. But when I opened it, my excitement turned into horror. These invitations were nothing like what I designed. Instead of delicate florals and elegant gold initials, the card screamed Vegas nightclub. There were flames, actual flames drawn around our names, and the invitation read, "Get ready for the hottest wedding of the year. Jason and Lily are tying the knot, and you're gonna want to be there for this steamy event." The font was bright red and bold, with unnecessary exclamation points. There was even a tagline that said, "Dress code, sexy cocktail attire." Sexy. For my wedding? My mom nearly fainted when I showed her, and my grandma muttered something about the corruption of modern values. Jason, of course, thought it was hilarious. "Well, at least it's memorable," he said between fits of laughter. "Maybe we should just go with it. We could rent a fog machine for the aisle." He's lucky he's cute because I was not amused. I called the printing company immediately, ready to demand answers. The representative seemed confused at first, but after pulling up my order, they insisted that they had printed exactly what was submitted. I was baffled. I hadn't designed anything remotely close to this. They emailed me the file they had received, and to my shock, it matched the invitations perfectly. But how? I double-checked the file before submitting it. The plot thickened when people started RSVPing to the spicy invitations. My cousin Sarah texted me saying she couldn't wait for the sexy celebration and asked if she needed to bring a fan for the heat. My boss left me a voicemail congratulating me on my bold and refreshing approach to weddings. The most shocking response came from my notoriously prim and proper Aunt Clara. She RSVP'd yes with a note that said, "This is going to be fun. Should I bring my salsa shoes?" For context, Clara once walked out of a wedding because the bride's dress was too revealing. Now I'm torn. Do I reorder the original design and send out a correction? Or do I just embrace the chaos? First update. Hi again. Thank you for all the hilarious and surprisingly supportive comments. Some of you suggested this might have been a prank, and well, you were sort of right. My best friend and maid of honor, Emma, 28F, came over last night, looking unusually guilty. After a glass of wine or 3, she finally confessed. Turns out, Emma had been playing around with different designs as a joke while we were brainstorming. One of those joke designs was, you guessed it, the fiery Vegas theme. "I swear I didn't mean for this to happen," she said, cringing. I must have accidentally saved it over the original file. Apparently, while helping me tweak the design, she somehow replaced my floral masterpiece with her joke version. And I, trusting her completely, submitted it without double-checking. To her credit, Emma immediately offered to pay for a new round of invitations and even called the printer to expedite the order. But now there's a new problem. The spicy theme has gotten people excited. Aunt Clara, for instance, called me this morning to talk about her salsa shoes again. She's serious. Emma and I went to the printer together to sort everything out, but while we were there, the manager pulled up another file under my account. This one was completely different from both the floral design and the spicy theme. It was gothic. The new design featured black roses, skulls, and the tagline, "Till death do us party." The font was a drippy, blood-red style, and the RSVP card had a checkbox that read, "I'll haunt the dance floor." Emma and I were speechless. She swore she had nothing to do with this. Now I was genuinely freaked out. Who was messing with my wedding? Second update. Jason, and I decided to investigate further. After combing through my emails, I found a notification I'd overlooked, an alert about someone logging into my wedding planning account from an unfamiliar IP address. My stomach sank. Jason's younger brother, Tom, 22M, is a computer whiz, so we asked for his help. Within a few hours, Tom traced the IP address to none other than my ex-boyfriend, Brad. I dated Brad, 31M, for 3 years before meeting Jason. We ended things on good terms, or so I thought. He even sent a polite congratulatory message when Jason and I got engaged. But apparently, Brad wasn't as over me as he pretended to be. I sent Brad a message confronting him. His response? Relax, it was just a joke. Weddings are boring, anyway. You should thank me for spicing things up. Jason wanted to confront him in person, but I convinced him not to. Instead, we blocked Brad on everything and updated all our passwords. The whole situation was infuriating, but at least we'd solved the mystery. I reordered my original floral invitations and prayed the drama was over. Spoiler, it wasn't. Final update. The big day finally arrived, and for the most part, everything was perfect. The ceremony was beautiful, the venue looked magical, and I managed to forget about all the chaos leading up to it. That is, until the reception. As Jason and I finished our first dance, the DJ suddenly announced, "Now let's kick this party up a notch with a special surprise for the bride and groom." Before I could process what was happening, a troupe of dancers stormed the dance floor. They were wearing bright red costumes with flame designs and performed a full salsa routine to a remix of Hot and Harried by Nelly. Jason burst out laughing. I was horrified. But the kicker? Aunt Clara was behind this. She thought the fiery theme was still on and had hired the dancers as a gift. At first, I wanted to crawl under a table. But then something magical happened. Everyone started joining in. Even Grandma got on the dance floor, waving her cane in rhythm. The night turned into the wildest, most fun party I could have imagined. In hindsight, the chaos of the invitations made the wedding more memorable. Jason and I now joke that the fiery theme symbolized our passionate love. And yes, Aunt Clara is officially my favorite relative. Moral of the story: double-check your files and maybe embrace the unexpected.